Hello, good evening. Curious if anybody pops on. If you pop on, shoot me like a number 1 so I know you're watching this live. Number 2 if you're watching this after. So that way I know who is watching. If you're watching this live, pop up a 1 so I can see you. Hello, good evening. Hello, John. All right. So, it has nothing to do with ketones. But since it's the holiday season and I just realized, I leave for home next Friday for Christmas. How crazy is that? I can't believe it's already Christmas. So, and I know Justin, my boyfriend's been going to a lot of holiday parties, and I figured I'm sure a lot of people are. And probably might be running into some overeating issues and how to avoid those before going into those situations. And I'm not a nutritionist or doctor or don't have a certification for this, but throughout my journey of health and fitness and online fitness coaching and that sort of thing, I've learned some tips that have worked for me, and I hope that they help you as well. So if you're just popping on, I'm going to talk about some tips about how to not overdo it this holiday season when you're going into a holiday party or Christmas dinner, or maybe you're meeting someone for lunch at a restaurant or something like that. So yeah, if you're here and you're watching, say hello. Sometimes I can't tell who's watching live or not. I know these are not ketones. This is the apple cider vinegar mixture that I've been drinking every night. It's pretty good. Not bad. All right, you guys are quiet. I know people are watching. I can see the eyeball. All right, anyway. Hi, Jeff. Long time no see. How you doing? Okay, I'm just going to jump into this now. So, let's say you're going out to eat at a restaurant. So that's a big one that I feel like people have problems with, to not plan ahead. So when you're planning ahead, what I recommend doing that's worked for me in the past, is going to Yelp, or go, if you know the restaurant you're going to, go find it on Yelp, or find it online. You can Google the restaurant online. Usually they have the menus on there, and you can look at the menu before you even go to the restaurant. Look at the menu and see what they have, and then knowing that you're going to pick something that's better for you, find that, and then know that's what you're going to order when you get there. So that way, when you get there, you're more likely to pick the better thing than to be oh, I'm going to get a hamburger, maybe you end up getting a wrap or something different, that sort of thing. Then when you get to the restaurant, and let's say you order, maybe it's dinner time, you order a steak, but then it comes with sides. So you're going to pick the sides that would be better for you. So maybe you pick vegetables and sweet potatoes, or a baked potato, or I would pick something more on the veggie side. Veggies or fruits. And then once you've done that and you get your plate, this is the order that I suggest that you go into. So you start with your veggies, and then I would start with your protein, and then your fruits, and then your carbs. And that's the order I would go into. So by the time you get to the sweeter stuff or the more sugary stuff, you're fuller, right? So you're less likely to eat some of the bad things. So then, maybe you get halfway through your plate and you're already stuffed. Don't try to keep eating, save that for later. Save that for lunch the next day, or a snack later, if it's earlier in the day. Shrimp, yes, shrimp is a great option. What does that say? Sorry, I can't only hit the button so much. You don't have to hit the button so many times. Just say hello, John. So then you can do the same thing when you go to like a holiday party or to like Christmas dinner or something. I don't know about you, but my family, we do really big Christmas Eve and Christmas Day like dinner. And Christmas Eve is probably like the worst because we make like all the sugary sweet stuff because we eat it like late at night and like sugar coma. So I know this year, now that I'm being more into what I'm putting into my body, I'm probably going to be a little more aware of what I'm doing. Usually I would just kind of like forget about it and overdo it. And I'm not saying to not indulge and enjoy the holidays. I'm not saying that at all. Please enjoy the holidays and have that pie or that cookie or fudge, puppy chow, whatever it is that you absolutely love, but don't have like 10 cookies or like 4 slices of pie. Just don't overdo it. Know your limits. And so when you're going to like Christmas or a holiday party or something like that, the rules are still the same, at least that I stick to, is finding the things that are probably like the best for you and start with those and then work your way down. And, by the time you even get like halfway down the line, you're going to be full. So also maybe just like keeping your portions on your plate smaller at first, and then once you knock those things out, if you still want more food, like go for it, but just don't like fill that giant plastic plate full of food. You know what I mean? And then kind of gauge from there like how you're feeling after that plate is done, and then start going for like the sugary stuff and the carbs and that sort of thing. So that's my tip. I would also be aware about the amount of water that you're drinking. If you're drinking like a lot of foods that are like super salty and that sort of thing, you're going to want to drink more water. Especially if you're drinking alcohol during holidays. I know I will be too, so make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Other than that, if you have any tips that I have missed about eating out for the holidays or holiday dinners and parties and that sort of thing, just like comment below and share it with us. I'm all about learning new tips and stuff. Like I said, I am not trained in any of this stuff. I just like sharing what I have learned along the way. So yeah, if you're still here, thank you for watching. If you really, really, really struggle with like telling yourself no, because sometimes I have that issue, I will literally like message some of my clients who I know are really good about telling me to no, or that they follow me on social media really well. And I usually post like what I'm eating, and if they see me overdoing it, they'll shoot me a message and be like, hey Kayla, you need to chill. So sometimes you need that support behind you, knowing like what your limits are. So it's okay to like let a friend know, hey, remind me to not overdo it today. That's helped me too. I think that's it. That's all I've got off the top of my head. Ketones do help suppress your appetite. They've really helped me with that. Like I said, with the Disney vacation, I wasn't thinking about like all the treats and stuff while we were in the parks. And that's mostly because of what's in the formula. It really does help suppress your appetite. And I know that will really help me during the holiday season. It helped me during Thanksgiving, like, a lot. And I didn't even think about it until after the fact that I was like, oh, I only had 1 plate and 1 piece of pie, and I was totally good. And I didn't even think about it, like, and that was awesome. And they are 15% off today with our holiday, like, Yes, Dole Whip. I forgot to have Dole Whip. Jeff, can you believe that? We did not even think about having Dole Whip when we were at Disney. And now that I know, like I remember now, I'm so upset about it. So yeah, they are 15% off today with our 12 days of Christmas. We're on day 7 now, so there's plenty of days left. But today only is the 15% off of all of our ketones. And if you need the link to that shop, shoot me a message, or if you want more information, I'm totally an open book and here to answer all of your questions. But that's not what this video is about. This is about tips on how to not overdo it. So I hope you enjoyed this and you got some information from it. And like I said, if you have any other tips besides what I just gave, shoot like the tips in the comments and let us know. Share. Don't keep that information from everybody else, because that's selfish. All right, guys, have a great night.